Do you have a right? Can you show me where you have that right to make a claim against my person or my property? And they don't. They have no rights. No man's going to come forth. Like I said, my mom explained to me really simple. I said to my mom, if you assess some man $89,000, $1,217 in assessment, and you'll hand him across the desk, and you hand him, he says, yes, I'll say this is what you owe. And I said, now if the man says put it in writing and sign it, now that you put it in writing, now sign it and testify that in open court. She said, I will never do that. She said, why? She said, we all know that's fraud. She said, but you could actually fill out the assessment form and throw it across the desk and tell the man he better pay it or else. He's going to have a really bad life. She said, absolutely. She said, I said, but now if the man said sign it, and will you testify to that in open court? She says, of course not. I can't testify to that. She said, I have no firsthand knowledge of any of that information on that paper. All I am is the tax auditor for the IRS. I don't know how much money this man really made. So I said, my mom said, it's all fraud. She explained to me in less than 5 minutes. I remember exactly where she was standing in 1987 when she told me. It took less than 5 minutes to explain it to me. I was like, it's all fraud. It's just all fraud. She said, then why do people pay it? She said, because they're afraid they're going to get in trouble if they don't. She said the same reason. She said the same reason why I was paying my taxes up until doing that IRS nonsense up until 1988. I did the same thing. Everybody else was doing because I was afraid. I was like, oh, okay. She said, you afraid anymore? I said, no, now that you put it that way, no. She said, now what do you file from now on? I file every year I'm exempt. She said, there you go. Just make sure you file exempt every year.
You file what?
Just file exempt. You just any kind of paperwork that anybody, the W-2 form, was it W-4 form they hand you?
Yeah. But I mean, you don't file a return and put exempt on there, do you?
I just file it on my W-4 whenever I start a job or something like that. Anybody tries to hand me something, I just file exempt on it.
Right.
Or you write N-A. Now, what does N-A mean? Everybody knows what that letter N with a slash and an A. They always tell you to write all the time, right?
Oh, yeah, not applicable?
No, not a subset. That means I am not contracting with you.
Oh.
See, everybody thinks means not applicable. See, I think lawyers taught somebody that just to not let normal people like you and me know what NA really is.
I always thought it meant not applicable.
Right, and that's what I thought for first 20 years, 30 years of my life. My mom explained it to me.
Or Narcotics Anonymous.
No, it's just N-O-N-A-S-S-U-M-S-I-T, not a subset. That just means that means I'm not going to contract with you. This is not binding. So she said you write N-A through all the boxes, and at the bottom one she said you highlight it, take a yellow highlighter, write exempt across it. She said you keep the original, you make a copy of it, and you hand it to your boss. And she said that way you keep the original in your files forever.
That's right. And only you can make that determination of your status.
Right. And nobody else can. So then no man will come to court. No man will come to court and testify otherwise. Because she said, my mom said, a federal agent will never come to court and swear under oath of affirmation to anything being true. They don't know. She's like, I don't know. So like I said, I got lucky that my mom was an IRS agent for so many years. And my sister just worked part-time there just during the busy season. She just helped doing the filing. But my mom actually was a tax auditor. So she actually knew the ins and outs.